Hi, I'm Reverend Jake Sabe, and welcome to Children's Bible Stories. Alright children, we're going to be continuing our story series on the fall of Jericho, and today we're going to be doing the story of the crossing of the Jordan River. Now joining with me today is my helper, acolyte Heinrich. I'd like to introduce yourself, Heinrich. Now, in order to cross over to Jericho, they had to get all the people of Israel to go across the Jordan River. And so, Joshua came down, and God had told him exactly how they were going to cross the Jordan River. First, the Levitical priests were going to take the Ark of the Covenant, and they were going to walk down into the river. And when the first priest put his first foot into the river, the water started to flow backwards. So the water stopped flowing down the river. The Bible tells us that all the villages upstream of the Jordan River started to flood because the water kept coming down, but it's as if God had just shoved a big dam wall at the point where the priests were standing. And so all the water just backed up and were flooding all the cities upriver. And so the priests stood there, and God told them that they had to stay put there the whole time while all the people crossed over the Jordan River. So Heinrich, we're going to get all the people to cross over now. Here comes Joshua, and here comes some of the citizens. And they had to cross over. And here comes some more people crossing over. And there are some more people, including the soldiers, and they all crossed over the Jordan River. But before they had finished crossing over, Joshua came down. Do you remember what Joshua told them they had to do? This is what God told Joshua to do. He had to appoint 12 men, one from each of the tribes of Israel. And do you remember what they had to do, Heinrich? They had to go down into the riverbed and they had to pick up
12 stones.
So they went down, they counted out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now Joshua had to get 12 men, one from each of the tribes, to go down and pick up a stone each, and they were to build a monument on the riverbed using those 12 rocks. And Heinrich, what was the monument to be used for?
To remind the people of the miracle.
That's right. It was to remind the people of the miracle that had happened, so that whenever the people came by, they'd be able to tell their children. You see that monument over there? That was the day that God made the river of Jordan stop flowing so that the people of Israel could cross upon it. And Joshua said that this was such a great miracle that there hadn't been a miracle this great since they crossed the Red Sea. Now the Bible also tells us that in addition to building this monument on the riverbed, that Joshua also went down and he collected 12 stones from the feet of the priest, and he built another monument in the riverbed itself. That there was actually 2 monuments, one on the riverbed and one in the middle of the river where the priest had stood. And that monument was to serve the same purpose of reminding the children of the great miracle that had happened. And so after all the people had finished crossing the Jordan, and all the people were safely on this side of the river, and the 2 monuments had been built, what happened next, Heinrich?
The priest left the river.
That's right. The priests left the river, and as the last foot of the last priest left the river, what happened?
The river started flowing back.
Yeah. Go. the river started to flow like normal again. And that was the miracle of the crossing of the Jordan River. And so that's our story for today, children. Thank you, Acolyte Heinrich, for helping us out today. I've been your host, Reverend Jake Zabel. Goodbye and God bless.